Every Tuesday morning during KPRC 2 Plus Now, we dive deep into the world of local politics. With KPRC 2 investigator Mario Díaz, we call the conversation Pop-Off Politics. The sole purpose of this dialogue is to look out for you, our residents. Mario joins us now with what we're looking at this week. I should say what you're examining this week. I'm not looking at anything.
You know, I will tell you that we have seen some very large agendas with pop-off politics, right? This week is kind of short, only 125 pages. And the agenda item we're going to be examining is number 15. I'm going to read it to you, okay? Item 15, Pacific Star Corporation for approval of spending authority for emergency purchase of laboratory testing supplies required for testing services for monkeypox, COVID-19, and think about that. Monkeypox and COVID-19 and other highly infectious diseases for the Houston Health Department. Total amount, okay, for this emergency purchase order is $838,000 and some change. And it comes from the general fund, the grant fund, as well as other funds.
This is fascinating. I know right now the federal government, both Republicans and Democrats, are trying to hammer out a deal to raise the debt ceiling. And one thing that got brought up was the money in the COVID funds that have not been spent, something like $30 billion.
There's a lot of money.
So it's fascinating to see this also, you know, at the local level.
Well, but there's a little bit of a story behind this, okay? Because obviously I asked them about this agenda item and the reason for this and why are they doing this if the pandemic is officially over and the issue of monkeypox really hasn't surged as we've heard. Well, the reason, according to the Houston Health Department, is because in August of last year, the chief procurement officer for the city issued an emergency purchase order since the department at the time did not have more spending authority. So a new award is expected to be presented to the council in the next 60 days. And the city says that the funding is to fill a void because without it, the Houston Health Department will be unable to replicate this kind of testing and surveillance and isolation that we saw with COVID, which is why they are hiring Pacific Star Corporation.
And I am, knowing you, I'm sure you pushed back on this.
And I did. And I specifically asked, why is this an emergency? Okay, this was from last August, which is what they admitted to me. And if you look at it, they said the following: during a period when the department was in a higher level to Mpox and COVID, and the EPO, which is the emergency purchase order, are known as, it was signed by the head of the city's procurement as well as the director of the Houston Health Department here to make this happen. And again, why are they asking for all of these supplies if the pandemic's over? They admitted to the fact there that this is during a different state. Well, the department really didn't provide much insight there, except that this was an order placed in August of last year, once again, and they are just now addressing it. They also added that the purchase consists of a variety of things. So let's take a look at what this breakdown of things includes. Consumable supplies such as needles, gloves, respirators, laboratory testing reagents, microscope slides, centrifuge tubes, and other safety products. Again, a lot of that stuff we saw during COVID, which again, Zach, is over. And monkeypox, again, hasn't really surged since we had that initial thing back in February, about 3 months ago.
Did they mention any other highly infectious diseases?
I did ask the city of Houston this because they mentioned it in the agenda item. Remember at the very beginning we saw that. And they told me that they were going to get back to me. I've been checking my emails. I haven't seen anything back from them on that.
Mario, we end every week with how many millions of dollars the city is evaluating. How much are we talking about this week?
So this week, the bag number is just over, we have the graphic, boom, right there. $18 million. Not as much as what we've seen already. But $18 million on the books is what they're going to be evaluating. And with regards to this issue here, I wouldn't be surprised if you're going to see a lot of questions that are going to be asked by city council members, or a couple of them, or if you see this, as we've talked about, the tagging process. We've seen this happen a couple times. The tagging, where that's basically kicking the can down the road.
I know you were saying that you ran in here to the studio, but in the newsroom on your desk was the actual agenda. It was a little shorter than previous weeks.
125 pages.
I think you were saying.
125 pages, which means you're going to get through this one really fast.
Well, we appreciate it. As you know, he needs no introduction. KPRC 2 investigator Mario Díaz. We call this conversation every Tuesday Pop-Off Politics.
That's right.
So join us next Tuesday. We'll pick it up there.